Hi everyone, welcome back to the Musical History Experience. I'm Jaquan, and today we are with Mr. Garland. He's telling us about some of his favorite guitarists, as well as the roots of rock and roll. Mr. Garland, what is one musical moment in history that you would deem most important?
Questions. So I'm a huge fan of kind of the start of rock and roll. I love 50s and 60s music. My two biggest idols from kind of the 50s, if you will, are Jerry Lee Lewis and Chuck Berry. Two were artists who were just in their element, bringing their instrument to the forefront of rock and roll. Chuck Berry, incredible guitar player. Jerry Lee Lewis played the piano in a way that nobody had seen before. I mean, he was jumping all over the piano, lighting the piano on fire. Hendrix was inspired kind of by moves like that. Just they did a great job of bringing rock and roll music to the general radio listening audience and stuff. It was originally heard as the devil's music and stuff, and a lot of the antics that went behind the scenes and stuff like that. Jerry Lee Lewis was kind of a contributor to that. But their music, what they composed, how they performed it, really shot rock and roll to the forefront of the music spectrum. I also am a huge fan, and you'll see posters behind me, of the group Van Halen. And Eddie Van Halen took the guitar to the next level. I mean, obviously, we tip our hats to Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, and a lot of those guys that came before him and stuff. But Eddie Van Halen started really kind of popularizing. He didn't create it, but he actually took a finger tapping style on the guitar. It's very similar to when you play the piano, you're pressing keys to make notes, and he actually, instead of plucking strings on the guitar, he started actually just pressing the notes and stuff and forming chords, and created a finger tapping style that is very similar to playing the piano. And a lot of guitar players in the 1980s really started mimicking that style, and that's where you saw a nice resurgence in the in the 1980s of the guitar hero. So yeah, I definitely tip my hat to those gentlemen right there. So.
I'm Jaquan. Thank you for watching the Musical History Experience, and see you next time.